Welcome back to Shadows Awakening. We're just jumping in, picking up where we left off, and I've actually thought of re-recording the last episode as I flailed around the marketplace trying to figure out who to talk to, not finding the merchant I needed to speak with, and I realized after checking into it that maybe I should every once in a while look at my mini-map, because there is a merchant over here that I've straight up never spoken to since we got here. So that's where we're going to start, investigating what happened at the hostel. Somebody killed by a mercenary in town, stupid little archer that we can't kill or deal with or possess, but this is probably the ticket to that. So let's get going.
These are dangerous times for one without sufficient protection. Come, sample my fine wares. I have the best prices on armor, I assure you.
That guy couldn't look shiftier. That's all I can say. Alright, so yeah, we can't ask him about the hostel, but we can ask him about the mercenary, so let's start there.
What do you know about the Sura mercenary coming to Thole?
Can't tell you anything about the Sura, I'm afraid. I never get too close to them. When you've been a merchant for as long as I have, you learn when to keep your distance from their kind. Back again, I see.
What do you know about Feyruz making deals with the Sura?
I don't really know what Feyruz gets up to, but he sure had a lot of silver on him that day the Sura was in town. You don't think... No, forget I asked. I don't want to know. Helms, mail, braces.
Okay, so there we go. We have advanced this quest finally. That was pretty straightforward. Wish I would have noticed this guy last time. I'm just going to take a quick look and see what he's actually selling over here. Oh, wow. He's got some stuff that is well outside my price range. Of course, everything is right now, but... obviously, this is going to be more barbarian-esque stuff, but okay. Well, we'll deal with that later. But we do have what we need to confront Feyruz now, so we're going to go do that. Have a quick chat with this shifty bugger.
Best weapons in the Outlands are right here on my stall.
And yet,
You can either tell me what your deal with the Sura was, or you can experience the power of a mage firsthand.
Don't hurt me. I just arranged the messenger, I swear. Kench, the woman who ran the hostel, she asked me to get a message to the one-eyed Sura warrior. He paid me in silver for informing him, but I was only doing what Kench asked of me. You have my word. No one beats me on
What was Kench doing dealing with the Sura?
She sold him out. The Ishkai who was living there betrayed him to save her own neck. You wouldn't know to look at her, but Kench brokered contracts for mercenaries all around the heretic kingdoms. Before she came to Thole, she hired the one-eyed Sura, but the job went sour. Her employer was slain, and the Sura was never paid. If there's one thing you don't do in the mercenary business, it's welsh on a debt to a Sura warrior. I guess she saw handing over the Ishkai as a way to wipe out her debts. No one beats me on price, friend.
I do love how it plays his opening line every time between lines. A little distracting, but that all holds together pretty well, and here we go. Now we can go and talk to that ghost instead of trying to flail at it uselessly, and potentially recruit him, I believe. So we do have kind of a little bit of a ghost talker, spirit whisperer kind of thing going on, I guess, in this game, which makes a bit of sense because, you know, we are also risen from the dead. So let's have a chat with him.
Dead. Usha, come out from whence thee hides. Thou hast misplaced thy trust in thy friend, Kench. She betrayed thee. Yet another letter. So, she did not betray thee, and thou hast guarded her fallen remains since thy deaths. How touching. Come, spirit, Thy vigil has ended. Join me. That soul is mine.
An Ishkai sniper will make an excellent ally.
And thankfully, a silent one.
Nice. All right. Okay. Cool. So he's auto added to the party here. We don't need to fuss with that, but we can check him out. Okay. Not tremendously impactful little arrows, but let's see what he's got here. I can't really lock anything up. Oh. Okay. He's got some little bombs. All right. Let's check it out. He's gonna have some levels here, I would imagine. Showing some frustration there. All right. What do you got going on? So he's tossing oil flask. Okay, it's poison, which is interesting. It's flammable oil. All right, so he doesn't seem to be lighting it on fire, but I can certainly see how that would combo with Evia there. What else does he have that we could open up here? He's got roll, rushes forward, makes a quick roll, which would knock away and hurt enemies in his way. Probably good from escaping being surrounded. Summons a tribal totem which prevents the use of skills and magic abilities for anyone around it. That's interesting. I wonder, the terms there, it doesn't really imply whether or not it's both enemy and friend, but that could certainly be useful. And landmine, puts a mine in the ground in front of him, can be detonated by casting again, or it will detonate itself after 30 seconds. Yeah, a couple of these are pretty useful. I am going to take that Totem of Silence because that sort of seems like the thing that might suddenly come in handy if we face a powerful caster. So we should be prepared for that. So we are going to buy that and socket that into our B slot here. And then we're also going to get Roll, which just obviously gives him a way to burst out if I get him cornered or something like that. And with the way I am on the thumbstick, that could certainly happen. So we're going to get that as well. Socket that up. All right, and let's take a look at his talents. Critical chance 2%. I mean, I don't hate that. See, I'd love to know what his base crit chance is, and I don't know whether I can. Let's take a look here and sort of see. Crit chance, yeah, 3%. That brings us up to 5%, which basically, wow, they're being pretty stingy here, because if we basically take that talent, we're up to D&D levels of crit chance, which I don't hate that idea. But let's see what else he's got going on here. He's got all the stuff that they all have. Well, slight. Yeah, that could be good. I mean, that actually, if I'm not mistaken, that also increases your crit chance, right? So agility, yeah, crit chance bonus. So let's actually go that route instead of just getting the straight percentage. Let's grab that instead because it also gives him attack speed, which is going to be pretty clutch. All right, so we'll do that. We'll go down and get our slight talent. And then we're going to go here. We're just going to round that up to 35. We'll give him a point of endurance. Willpower is skill damage bonus. You can see he has a good chunk of that already. I'll take the hint. Let's give him a little bit more of that. Strength. It's pretty useless to him, although it does give a critical damage bonus. We are building him a little bit towards crits. I would say it's probably not going to be useless to throw some points at this, so let's just do that as well. How much does that give him now? That's actually good conversion on points, if I'm being honest. Yeah, we can get him to 7%. We're probably going to want to target something like a 10% bonus at least. And we might be able to pull down a little bit more off of items as well, which we'll take a look at in a second. We can take a look at this here. Dear Jisha, I've written many letters to you on behalf of your brother, and it's almost as if you were my sister too. Urshak and I have become very close these past few months, and when I learned from the same Sura warrior that pursued us both, it was a perfect opportunity to confront him, to free us both from the shadow of our past. Mistakes were made. I've summoned the one-eyed Sura to Thole, feigning treachery. We plan to ambush him here in my hostel. If we're victorious, we leave for the Confederacy at daybreak to start a new life together. I'm looking forward to meeting you. Your friend Kench. Interesting choice. Interesting choice. That would have made a pretty interesting OnlyFans page, seeing the two of them together. Alright, so we have potentially a bow upgrade for him. Either one of these is going to be a bow upgrade. Let's see. What's our attack rate? This one gives us a higher attack rating. Is it going to actually tell us what his DPS is with either of these? That one's obviously less damage, but I would imagine... Yeah, see, 1.1 seconds. I don't know what the DPS is on either of those, but let's give him more faster attacks, and we'll just see how that goes, because after all, we are trying to score the odd crit with him, so let's just give him faster attacks, more chances to get a crit, basically. We do not have anything we can give him for that. We don't have any helmets for him. We do, on the other hand, have some rings for him. So this gives him additional damage against undead. And we're probably going to give one of these to her as well. So let's give them each one ring. And let us take a look at the essence as well, because we might have something to make this ring a little bit better. Let's see. That gives casting speed. I have a sneaking hunch I know where that's going. This gives additional damage. Plus 100 hit points. Yeah, that's not bad. Why is this locked, I wonder? Maybe I just don't have one. 10% drop silver. Okay, that's nice. It looks like that is going to be a mechanic, right? Because we did see one talent. It looks like silver might be rare. We might need to do that. Realistically, any of these would be pretty good. He is, again though, he's not a melee fighter, and it feels to me like when we do get a melee character, we're probably going to want to be saving those hit points for him. So I might just choose an enemy type here. And based on that, I'm going to say that probably humanoid's going to be a little more common. Let's go ahead and add that. God damn, that is expensive. All right, well, there we go. That's probably going to be it for him. Oh, he actually has an essence slot. Yeah, so we can just like shove some essence up their ass as well, and it gives them something as well. Okay, that's kind of interesting. Gives him some lifesteal. But wait, what does it give him? Because it just gives us like... It just gives us weapons, armor. It doesn't say what happens when you just like eat it or whatever it is when you just put it in this slot. I guess no time like the present to find out. I mean, this is just another one that grants damage bonuses. We'll take it. Or we won't. I can't socket it. Never mind. Maybe I just don't know how that works. And I also don't know how this works. Even though I do have an item, I can't socket it. We'll find out. All right, let's go actually over to her as well, because we do have that that additional essence. We can pop that in the ring for her. Actually, we can't. We don't have enough money. All right. We are learning very rapidly that we are going to need some cash. That's for sure. So we might actually look at investing in that in the future. But we have gotten ourselves our first additional guy. So that's kind of useful. And it kind of shows how we're eventually pick these people up. We're going to do short quests, and then we'll see if he has anything down the road. Because we know that our main character here, she actually does have a storyline quest, and so we'll have to see where that goes in the future. Alright, so what else did we have to do? Basically, we've got a couple other side quests here. We have to go shake down a hooker and potentially get a knife back, and or just buy one. If it's buy one, we don't have the money. Now these aphotic spiders... That one seems like something we could be doing, and probably a source of money as well. And then this one as well. Recommended level 3, we're good to go to break into the cellar. But let's actually go and check out these spiders first, because it might let us gear up a little bit more and stuff like that before we actually do take on anything more substantial than that. Let's see. Where is that burial ground? Bam, nailed it. Okay, here we go. So let's do some work on some spiders here. Let's actually break this guy out for starters, and just kind of see what he can do. Oh, actually, hang on.
Become not.
Oh, see, I would have had to light them up over there. That was just bad, but I think by now you're starting to figure out that I am just bad. So no surprises there. All right. Okay. Rooted down. Okay. There's a quest drop right there. I gotta say, I'm not crazy impressed with this guy's damage, but I guess we'll see how it goes. And we did actually pick up some boots as well. Now, I'm a little less excited about that because basically I can't socket move speed. Although I do have that in her cloak, so I guess that's pretty good. These are pretty nice. Those are pretty nice indeed. We did end up getting a helmet as well. Now, this guy he's got nothing, so... Oh, and he can't wear any of these, I guess. Yeah, okay. Well, that is something that she can upgrade to. Critical immunity. Okay, today I learned that is a useful skill, I'm sure. Just avoid instantaneously dying, which is always nice. All right, let's check what we have here. Reap some souls. Hey, slow down. Come back here. I need your soul. Would you? All right, whatever. Get out here. Okay. Now, I didn't see what I was picking up while I was flailing around at that guy there, but we can see exactly where we need this guy to go. So we'll do that. We've got our next little batch of spiders here. I do think it's kind of cool how I can see both realms, right? So it's sort of like I can kind of plan where I want to drop off my characters in the real world just so that I don't, leave them exactly exposed to the enemy or anything like that. Yeah, I don't know if these guys just kind of keep coming in or not, but it's souls, so presumably it's good. Alright, we've frozen down some spiders, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop over here, and we're going to start shooting. Oh, he's taken actually a fairly appreciable amount of damage from those things. I will say, he does not feel too bad to control. Although, let's kind of see. That's weird. That did not go in the direction. Ow, that hurt. That didn't go in the direction that I was intending it to go. So I'm not entirely sure how that roll works. I was thinking it might give me a little bit of a dodge roll just to open range. Okay, don't love that. We're gonna go ahead and freeze him down, and then we're gonna switch to her and just drop some distraction here. Okay. I might have overreacted. That spider looked dangerous. I think that was just indicating that he had poison there when he came in looking all green. Okay, pretty straightforward win there so far. Let's just make sure that we loot everything. Now that we've found out that we are desperately poor, okay, we've got a breakable wall there as well. And that looks like we have basically ransacked this room as much as we can. We do have some territory to explore over here. Oh, would you look at this? Alright. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead. Make things easy on myself. Oh. Don't love that. Alright, let's see. Now, here's what I'm seeing is that we can just, instead of being rooted down, we can just leave, which is kind of nice. Alright. Okay, wait a minute. That did not ignite. I was expecting that to ignite right there. I think we need potentially more of like a 3-part combo, like freeze down, toss oil, then burn. which is actually going to take, you know, a reasonable amount of coordination for me to pull off here. I'm not exactly deft with this combat system yet.
You shall fall!
Alright, so we still didn't get a combustion there, so I'm not 100% sure whether that's even the right path, but... Well, check that. Oh, okay, I've got Fire Shield. It looks like the buffs are shared across the party, which is kind of handy, I suppose. Also, I don't know if you recall, but I did mention earlier that I would be ever so slightly annoyed if these spiders didn't all have bodies. And wouldn't you know it, they do not all have bodies.
Tremble before a princess of the Cerulean throne.
Alright. Let's tidy things up in the old spirit realm. This looks like something, but it's giving me nothing, so probably isn't. Okay, there's our next little area gate. I may want to keep going that way, but we also do have that collapsible wall, so let's go check that out. Oh. That's interesting. Why can't he go through there? That's weird. I am a brilliant demon from hell, but I do have one weakness. Doors. Can't do a thing with them. Okay, thanks for side looting there while I was trying to destroy these guys. No, you don't. Okay, can I roll out of this? I cannot. Also, that's not ideal. Couple little things maybe looking a little bit okay. Let's see here. Let's just freeze him down. Okay, we're finally starting to find some spiders that actually have bodies, which is nice. Tons of items as well. Looks like our silver problem might go away pretty soon here because we're going to have a bit of stuff to sell. I definitely don't want to be selling too much stuff though because I don't actually know what I'm going to need, right? We're going to be adding characters and seeing whether or not this stuff is actually useful for them. But I think a lot of this basic stuff we can certainly get rid of. Okay, so we got another one of those rotating puzzles, except in this case it's already been solved. What have we here? Stone Servant. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna exit because we did have that way that we could go the other side here. Which I want to check out first. Shouldn't travel with him, he doesn't have any speed buffs. Whereas she does. So now, let's check here, nothing. But we do have this over here. Okay, there's another spider. We'll go with him. I like how it just randomly defaults to me rooting through that sarcophagus instead of targeting the enemy. Like, I appreciate its devotion to looting, but oh, okay, there's damage over time rocking up on us. Just decided to toss that down and see what was going to happen with it for the first time here. There we go. Now, I didn't quite make it back to it in time, but I was going to see if it cancels her skills as well, which I'll have to do here in the future. 11 seconds, I can test that again. Because that's a good one to know before you actually have to use it in anger, right? If it's going to also disable my mage, then that's not super handy to me. Okay. My bad on the targeting there.
Thou shalt face me now.
Okay, see, this targeting is... I'm not loving it. That's... I couldn't even see where I had my targeting at that point, and I couldn't swap it over. I mean, you should just be able to bump it from target to target. Sometimes you can, and other times it just doesn't feel like you can. And really, I'd rather have it release than target somebody off screen. Because then I'm just sitting there confused, wondering why the hell I can't. You know, like that right there. Like, I'm trying to open something and it's targeting something off screen. I don't know. I don't love that. This is possibly my fault for not playing with a mouse and keyboard, but like I say, I just wanted to put my feet up and play this. Get a little break from the carpal tunnel that I've been getting from all the Grim Dawn I've been playing lately, so...
What others have begun, Evia shall finish.
Okay, I guess we don't really have to activate those, we just have to find what it looks like anyway. Alright, let's have a troll around here and see. We don't want to miss any of those essence drops. Okay, no escape. Oh, and that was worth. Okay, we've got our little sanctuary here. They are really laying those around. Like, that makes me kind of think that you're going to be intended to just hot swap your characters in battle whenever something comes up. Which is kind of interesting to me, I would say. Then we got a hole in the floor there. That might be the way forward with our other characters here. We'll have to see. Nope, it's just decoration. Alright. That is fine. Now, we did get our hands on a couple of drops right there, so we will be taking a look at that. We got that magic pendant, which is a blue item. Come on, come on. There we go. Target that. Okay, let's actually have a look-see. Let's see, yeah, necklace. Magic pendant. Okay, required level 5. Alright, she is going to want to have that, though. Obviously, that's for her. Alright. Oh, look at this. Is this environmental hazard, or is this just, Okay, let's actually just, oh, okay, so that's, that hazard is actually on both sides. Oh. Yeah, you know what? Ow. Okay, I probably should have taken this a little more methodically, perhaps. Come on. Would you lock on here, please? Alright, and I will guarantee that about 90% of the issues I'm having with the lock-on is probably entirely my fault, but I'll continue to complain about it. It's kind of my only course of action here. Alright, so...
I grant you the mercy of the grave.
Okay, let's gain some souls here because we are going to be using a little bit of healing with my dramatic levels of incompetence. Interesting that the traps are hitting me. I would have thought, actually, that they would be paused while I was here, just with the way that the world is usually frozen. Apparently, not so lucky this time. Alright, so we do have... Alright, so we can lower these, and then freeze him. Pop in. Kick his ass. Oh, there you go. That's the Imperial Tomb we were talking about. Anyway, though, I'm going to continue this, clear this place out, and continue searching it next time. So thank you for joining me and enjoying me flailing around in this. And we'll pick up where we left off next time with a little exploration of this tomb, and we'll finish off this area. Thanks for watching.